All right, friends, the old super cheap Super Duty is just loving the snow, right? But I'm not. And the one thing is, the wipers keep going off, and I've had enough. So we're gonna try to tackle that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Aussie Oliver Man, super cheap Super Duty 2016 F250, and it has been the giving tree of trucks. I mean, it has required almost nothing in the grand scheme of things, considering it's only a what, 8 or 9 year old truck now, since we've rang in the new year. 9 years old, I guess, and gave almost nothing for it. Fixed it, got it running. I mean, I have what, maybe $3,000 in this truck total, so I can't complain about that. But now it's time to start making the little things more better, and namely the wiper switch. That's a common problem on these trucks, and I got the parts, I just got to do the work. So it's a miserable snowy day, but the truck's been running a while and it's warm, so I think we can work in there. Now, I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's never stopped me before. Actually, I have a little idea of what I'm doing because I've read the stuff on how to do it. There's 3 bolts underneath that hold the plastic on, and then we'll have to do like this number here, turn and get those clips released. We can separate this plastic, and then there should just be some torque screws, and this just plugs in, which is super handy because I was worried when I did that clock spring. Afterwards I thought, oh, I should have done that, because what if it's, you have to take the wheel off and all that, but thank goodness no. So we're going to see what we can accomplish here. Those bolts are, it's bigger, smaller than that. Is that it? No. Okay, so that was a 5, and I just had the 6. That's too big, so it's a 5.5. Dang it. That is a thing when you get into metric sockets. Let me see if I have one. I probably don't have one in a deep well. It's probably just a shallow well affair. All right. Let's see here. Hopefully we don't do something that makes the airbag go off, because that would really suck right in my face. If it hits me just right, I might be in coloring books for the rest of my life. All right. Now we're going to ever so gingerly see about releasing these clips. And this may not be a thing I can do while holding you. Hey, sweet. Did we break any? I hope not. Let's get the new parts and see. I'm wondering if this just snaps in and it doesn't even. Oh no. Well, it might be that and that have to come out. Yeah. Okay, it's still doable. Let's shut this off, because I'm not sure that it's a good idea to be pulling switches loose with it running. Computer might not like that. Might deploy the airbag now. Come on. Yeah, this is so much fun. Oh, did it just fall right out? What's happening here? Oh yeah. Somebody went a little hardy on the dielectric grease, but that's okay. This is a Ford factory piece. Not what's going back in it. Is that all there was to it? Are we lined up everywhere? Doesn't seem like it could be that easy, does it? Well, of course, it's not going to be that easy. Wow. One in the bottom. All right, let's fire it back up. Let's give her the test run here. Wipers on. Full wipers. Oh, sure. We'll see if they stay off. Let's do turn signals. I never did figure out why one side flashes faster than the other. That's usually an electrical problem, but we're just gonna live with that. That's obviously, maybe there's a flasher that needs replaced or something. I don't know how it's wired up, I'll have to look. But so far, and then my spray push button thing worked. That quit on me one time. I was going down the road and it wouldn't shut off and it just kept spraying, so that's handy that was the culprit for all of its tricks. I mean, let's turn on the headlights. It works. I don't like the feel of that. The aftermarket versus the factory on that was a little bit more solid, but I can live with it. Yeah, as long as all the features work. That's pretty well all we were worried about. So that solves that puzzle. Probably would be a nice idea if I went ahead and put it the rest of the way together. All right, that's fixed. Pretty cool. Now, ought we try to do the door switch? That's kind of a pain because it's not like what you would think. The little door switch is actually located at the bottom of that latch, and then it, like, you gotta twist and pull. I don't think you can get it without taking that out. Maybe you can, but I'm just doubting it. So I got to figure out how many, like, what has to all come off here. The door panel, but what I'm saying is, what do I got to take loose to get that off? Well, this probably has to come off, and that is probably just a push-in piece. Then this comes off, I know, and then there's 2 bolts maybe. So let's try that. Sure. Why would we do it right when we could do it wrong? Okay, that worked, surprisingly. And this ought to come off of there. Good deal. What else? Let's try this. Oh, am I good or what? It fits those. Does it fit the bottom ones too? Oh, I'll need to take this off too. Since this truck is manual everything, it should be easier, I would think, to get this off there. Come on. Usually that just pops right off. The cover, I mean. There, what do we got in there? A Torx, no shock. I think that's it. Now, let's say lift up. Pretty simple. The guy who owned this or drove it before, he must have had a fascination with his teeth, because I have found hundreds of these. That's kind of disgusting that would be. All right. Yeah, it's almost where you can get to it, but not really. Okay, that's a cable. That's a rod. So what you can't see is, I think what I'm gonna do is, if I can get the door lock rod out of here now, then if I were to take these Torx loose and get the whole thing out, I think I can pull it through that hole and then know what I got to work with here. Now, it's not a T30, and I bet you, what was this one, a T25? That's what it is. Okay, good. Uh-oh. Is that not gonna go, or is it really a T27? My T27's in the house. Come on, baby. Oh, shoot. Well, I might have a bit of a problem. All right, let's pause, and I'll try to find, I got a T27, which is a little bit bigger, and we'll see if that'll do it. All right, T27 for the win. I think that's actually what these were. So if 25 doesn't feel quite right, just know that there is in fact a 27. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they strayed. Probably for the same reason that there is a 5.5, you know? Silliness. Alright. Now, this is on a cable, so it really shouldn't be. Oh, there's a, what's that up rod? Oh, that's the door handle rod, dum-dum. Of course. You didn't think about that, did you? Okay. Well, how are you supposed to get that out of here without taking it all the way out? We just gotta work through here. So that was no problem there. But I'm not entirely sure how this, you twist it somehow and then it pops out of there. But I don't really know. Okay. Maybe that was it. I don't want to let go, but I'm gonna have to because I don't have enough stuff ready to go. Yeah, so here's the original. Pretty sticky, isn't it? And I tried the trick of, somebody said just hose her down with WD-40. That didn't work. So let's see if we can't swap this one in. Okay, it's got that little tit on it, but I don't know. Okay, there. That's all there was to it. Plug in the water. With any luck, it now thinks that the door is... I can't test it, I guess, till I put the latch back together. So, sure. Spoiler alert, if this doesn't fix it, the next thing that's gonna happen is all the wires are gonna get spliced together and the door will never be ajar again. So this isn't adjustable at all, so I don't know if the striker is. It would have to be somewhere in case you get into issues. But everything's thoroughly coated with WD-40 now. Because I tried that the other day. I think it actually made it worse, truth be told, because the back one was only intermittently acting up, and after I did this, it's on all the time now. And I forgot I don't have that one. I had to order it, so it's probably at the store. And yeah. Okay, now what am I missing? Everything's hooked up except for this lock rod, which I need to hook up now before I forget about it. And then we'll test her out. What if a guy opens the window so that he can work through it to do this? There, that satisfied it. No warnings on the dash. Driver door ajar. Closed. Fixed. Awesome. Now all we gotta do is put her back together. Well, we gotta do that first. Is that in there? Everywhere? I think so. Let's put our screws back on. I guess we can start with the window watching me. All right, put this back in. Is that different from one side to the other? No. Put that back in. Oh, friends, we just went a long way to making this more pleasant to drive. It gets pretty annoying when it keeps beeping going down the road. And even more than that, where I noticed it, because if you go over a certain speed, it would shut the dome lights off anyway, but it was really bothering me at night to back up, because the dome light would be on all the time when you were in reverse, because it thought the driver's door was open. So that is awesome. Ah, nice and toasty in here, but let's watch it one more time. Driver door ajar. Not anymore. So that's sweet. So the only one left to do is the rear, would it be the right rear? That one has had a problem ever since I got the truck right away. I'd say that's what killed their battery when they were messing with it, and then finally decided to sell it because that back door said it was ajar and it wouldn't put the dome light out, and I don't know why, but anyway, I think we got her fixed now where she's gonna be handy, drivable. There's a few more little things to do to it other than that door switch. One of these is burned out, and so I need to figure out how to get into there and change that bulb. And then there's a like a bed light over top of the rear window that has like your brake light in the center and a white light on each side, and one white light's burned out. So I'd like to fix that. It just looks better when you got, you know, everything glowing the way it's supposed to, and it doesn't look like you know, are too poor to afford a light bulb. So I like to try to keep it working, but yeah, it's been a good old truck, and I don't mind spending a little bit of money on it because, hey, I saved like $40,000 on the asking price, you know, because it was like $1,500 at the auction, and then, you know, I bought wheels and tires and, you know, just little stuff. Like I said, I'm probably getting up to around $4 grand right now with the switches and everything. So I don't feel that's too bad. And I like driving it. Right now I'm driving it backwards while I'm talking to you, but it's just, I like my diesels, but diesels vibrate, and you don't realize how much smoother it is until you're in something else. So that's where I'm at. I like it, and I wish it was a diesel, but it's not, and I can live with that. That's all we had for years was gas trucks, so I can make it work. So until next time, I guess we'll leave this one here. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.